Donald Trump's return to the White House in 2024 has reignited discussions about biblical prophecy. Some people see his presidency as a sign of the end times. Others are cautious about linking political events to specific prophecies. How should Christians approach these complex issues? This essay explores different viewpoints. We will look at historical interpretations of prophecy. We'll also focus on the importance of responsible interpretation. Ultimately, we must ground our understanding in Christian values like peace, justice, and love. The Bible speaks of a time of great upheaval before Jesus returns. This time is often called the end times. Many people throughout history have tried to predict when and how these events will unfold. Political leaders, especially powerful ones, often become focal points for these interpretations. Some believe they are instruments of God. Others see them as fulfilling prophecies about wicked rulers. The Bible warns against setting dates for Jesus' return. It also urges us to test all things by Scripture. This means we should be careful about connecting current events to specific prophecies. However, we can still learn from the past. Examining how people viewed events through a prophetic lens helps us understand different perspectives. It also reminds us to approach these topics with humility and careful study. Throughout history, people have linked political events to biblical prophecy. Some see wars and natural disasters as signs of the end times. Others focus on the rise and fall of empires. The Bible itself speaks of a coming Antichrist who will deceive many. This figure is often associated with a powerful world leader. These interpretations can be intriguing, even unsettling. However, it's vital to remember that God hasn't given us a timeline. Interpretations of end-time prophecies vary widely. Some groups believe in a pre-tribulation rapture. This means Christians will be taken up to heaven before a time of great tribulation on earth. Others hold to different views, such as a mid-tribulation or post-tribulation rapture. These different perspectives demonstrate the complexity of interpreting prophecy. It's essential to approach these topics with humility, recognizing that we see through a glass dimly. It's important to be cautious about sensationalized claims. Some individuals or groups might use prophecy for personal gain or to instill fear. As Christians, we must test everything against the truth of Scripture. We should be wary of interpretations that contradict the core message of the gospel. This includes God's love for all people, His desire for justice, and His call for us to be peacemakers. Looking back at history, we see many examples of political figures being linked to prophecy. Some saw Roman emperors like Nero as the Antichrist. Others viewed Napoleon Bonaparte or Adolf Hitler through a similar lens. These historical examples remind us that the desire to understand the present through prophecy is not new. It also highlights the danger of misinterpreting Scripture to fit current events. While these historical figures were associated with great evil, none of them ultimately fulfilled the specific criteria for the Antichrist described in the Bible. This underscores the importance of avoiding hasty interpretations. Instead, we should focus on living out our faith in the present. This means demonstrating God's love to our neighbors, working for justice and peace, and sharing the hope of the gospel. Living in a complex world can be challenging. It's natural to seek answers and understanding about the future. While we should study prophecy and be aware of the times, our primary focus should be on following Jesus. No matter what the future holds, we can be confident in God's sovereignty and His love for us. Our responsibility as Christians is to live out our faith with courage and compassion. This means standing up for what is right, showing love to our enemies, and being a beacon of hope in a dark world. Rather than getting caught up in speculation about the end times, let us focus on sharing the good news of Jesus Christ. Let us be known for our love, peace, and unwavering faith, pointing others towards the hope we have in Him.